across from them with her Chad boyfriend. Trey told him to cut it out and stop staring at her. He said he couldn't get Jill because he wasn't in the right group. You know how there's nerds, emos, jocks, and mafia members? Unfortunately for he wasn't in the popular crew. Rick and his class go on a field trip to a science lab that specializes in genetic modification. As they're walking in, he spots Jill talking to a bird. He walks over and makes a fool of himself. Boy got no game. Perhaps he'll have better luck with the other bird. He goes to take a picture of it, but just then, the science guy says no flash photography is allowed. Uh-oh. Rick's flash goes off, and the bird spontaneously combusts. Turns out, one side effect of its genetic modifications was sensitivity to light. Jill turns around, but along with everyone else, she doesn't notice. Still though, there's a fire to be put out. Rick does his best, but ends up launching it at his boyfriend, Lance. He tries to pick a fight with Rick, pushing him. Jill comes to his rescue, but Lance isn't ready to give up just yet. He prepares to punch Rick when a hand grabs him from behind. It's the CEO of the science company. As Lance knows him, Uncle Lou. After calming down his knucklehead nephew, Lou greets the students and coughs into a napkin. There's blood on it. Rick notices and asks if he's okay. Lou says yes. It's the good kind of blood. Ah, of course. Rick properly introduces himself and Lou recognizes the name. He knew his parents, his mother in particular. He asks how they are, but Rick reveals they passed away. Aside from that, they're fine. Time to look at some so-called super dragonflies. An inquisitive Jill takes a closer look and notes that one is missing. It flies over to Rick, who is, for whatever reason, battling a raccoon. Then, the dragonfly bites him. Ain't a spider, but it'll have to do. Rick stumbles home and he's looking awful. His uncle reminds him to feed the fish, but Rick vomits in the fish tank. I guess that counts. He makes it to his room and his uncle follows him. Uncle Albert reads out from a book about puberty and notes that mood swings are common, as are monthly bleeding. Wait, this isn't the right book. Rick falls back in bed and passes out. Meanwhile, Lou's company's
back at it again, huh?
Directors. One man stands in front of a painting of Lou, talking all kinds of smack about him. Suddenly, Lou walks out of the painting and around the corner. The man is left flabbergasted.
Oh yeah, you already know Aaron got to, man. Gotta get to the grind, you know. Gotta be a man of my word. Gotta do these
LOL what you're listening to.
These streams, man. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get back to it. Well, don't worry about all that, Silver. Just know it's something that I found very tantalizing. On my ears, should listen to.
By the way, this Tony Montana.
Oh, okay, you changed your name. Why you change your name, Tony? The fact that you said Tony Montana, I'm dead. Definitely name to go by Aaron's Pain. Man, I would have lost if you named yourself Tony Montana after all the times we called you that. Join in, or if you guys are, once you guys are ready, hit me up, let me know something. Some warm up in real fast. I'm sorry I'm pretty late, guys. You know, it takes a lot of work to be a part of these streams sometimes.
I'm sitting next to. I don't really give a shit where I am on the plane. It's like a 5-hour relationship. Make it more like a dating app. Obese Nazi with a service dog? Swipe left. Tiny Asian lady with a surgical mask? That's my gal. Yes, She is not a talker, right? But just like a dating app, she shows up with a baby. I'm like, I got catfished.
Wait, what's listening to? Is it good?
Small talk and eye contact.
It's comedy now.
I
The
basically have all
other
the
thing
traits
would
of a serial killer.
just be funny stuff. But at night I play music and stuff at night. But during the day I don't do that.
Mark, gotta be yourself. I'm like, you gotta pick one.
If we be friends, I will have something.
Do both of those.
You guys ain't
Like a lot of people are scared of skydiving. I'm more scared of the banter on the plane than I am jumping out of it. Sit in the plane, it's all windy, you're strapped in. Some guy's like, so Mark, where are you from? Just like, so we're supposed to go together. I got it. At least with skydiving, you get an instructor. What about stuff I'm bad at? Stuff I'm nervous about, like a dinner party. You make dinner parties I'm screwed up? Set me up with a pro. I just show up, some guy's like, all right, I'll take care of it. I'm like, beautiful. He's giving me tips. Say the N-word. Got it. She's not pregnant. Don't ask. Thank God you're here. Some guy at the party's like, so who's your favorite comic? I'm like, Bill Cosby. He's like, pull the chute. I'm working on it. I had a chatty Uber driver last week. That's the worst. I forgot that the no small talk option on the app, so I did creative. I had to scare the being quiet.
Mark Nolan.
He's like, how about this traffic, huh? What do they think?
Funny,
Like,
man.
probably the Jews. He's like, all right, I give this ride 5 stars of David. Yeah, I'm working on it, you know. Always trying to get better. I'm a weirdo. That's why I drink. Big fan of the booze. I got to cut back. I actually got let go from a job once for being drunk at work. My boss called me and he goes, get in here, Mark. It's clear you're a high-functioning alcoholic. I was like, wow. How do you know I was also high? This guy is good. One of my friends is like a beer expert. You know, he's like, we got to go to a brewery. I'm like, why can't we just go to a bar? He's like, it's fun. You can see how it's made. I don't care how it's made. Look, I like porn. I don't need to go to a broken home. Not saying all porn stars are in broken homes, just the ones I like. Seems like a lot of people are quitting the booze now. It's kind of going away. All my friends are getting sober. And look, that's good, but some people are better when they're drinking. There's a lot of bad sobers out there, you know? We always talk about the negative part about booze. What about the good? Like, sure, you drove through a playground, but you could dance, man. Trying to get better. I'm in therapy. Anybody else? Hey, there you go. A couple people. Yeah. I'm doing this thing called exposure therapy. That's where you face your fears. Scared of heights, take the hot air balloon. Scared of drowning, takes you in the ocean. So he said, what are you scared of, Mark? I said, I'm claustrophobic and scared of intimacy. So he took me in a little closet and talked to me. Very expensive. Yeah. Why the stigma with therapy? Why? All my friends make fun of me. I think it should be mandatory. Everybody works out their muscles. Why not work out your muscles? I'll be hanging out with a friend. He's like, all right, man, take it easy. I'm going to go work on arms and back. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go work on letting go of the past and accepting love. Everybody loves the gym. Oh, the gym makes me feel sexy. Well, you know what else is sexy? Not being a walking red flag. Nobody cares about your abs. You think the guy having a meltdown at Chili's. Right? I think people respect the gym because there's a culture behind it. You know, like gym rats. They have T-shirts that say beast mode, better sore than sorry. Therapy people, we need T-shirts. We need a shirt that says no dad, no problem. Right? Or like can't stop, won't stop crying. Ah! I could have used some therapy as a kid, weird kid, bedwetter. Oh yeah, I went to bed every day till I was 13 years old. My mattress looked like a goddamn coffee filter. I ruined a lot of sleepovers, folks, yeah. You start to run out of excuses after a while. And your friend's like, what happened here? I was like, geez, I must have spilled a cup of piss. Yeah, they say a lot of bedwetters become serial killers, which I believe, because we learn how to clean up a stain pretty quick. That's how embarrassing it is wetting the bed. Almost rather be known as a murderer than a bedwetter, you know? Your friend sits on your mattress, why is it all crinkly? I'm gonna kill you. But hey, grown up now, 36 years old. I grew up before the internet. Maybe a better time for a kid. Maybe a question back then, hey mom, what's the capital of South Dakota? She's like, I'm on the phone. And you just didn't know. What a concept, not knowing. Now we have so much information right there. Now I have an Alexa. I love this thing. An Alexa's like a mom without the passive aggressiveness. Ask anything you want. Hey, Alexa, how many cups in a liter? 4.23 cups. All right. If I'm like, hey, Mom, how many cups in a liter? She's like, ha, why don't you check your mattress? Zing! That Alexa's tricky. I read an article recently that said Alexa actually listens to everything you say, stores it in a database, could use it against you later. I'm like, damn, just like a real one.
I'm weak.
Your body wash is ruining
No, we don't want to talk about body wash. If you guys trying to get a timer there, I know you guys ready.
Yeah, Siri.
Few more people coming to the stream first when I started doing tournaments.
Yeah, it's gotta be hard to be a kid now. I feel bad for kids. So much stimulus coming at kids. iPhone, internet, social media. Remember how happy-go-lucky we were as kids? Not a care in the world. Maybe run to the car. Shotgun. That was like the biggest problem in my life. Shotgun. Yeah, I never see kids doing that anymore. The only time a kid yells it out now is in a classroom.
Oh my god. That's messed up. That's messed up.
School shootings. What a bummer, huh? Ah, the great American pastime. Yeah. School shootings are like the menstruation of America. Happens about once a month, it's bloody, and every kid goes, well, I guess it's my turn now. Oh, I know, they're bad. I like how they're blaming the video games. Video games cause violence. Come on, video games don't cause violence. Video games cause carpal tunnel and vaginal dryness. I know a lot of guys, they play 8 hours of video games a day. Their girlfriends are like, violent. Slap my ass, choke me, I'm dying here. Look, I don't think games translate to real life. I grew up playing Monopoly with my friends. None of them now own property. To be fair, some did go directly to jail. They got problems here, you know? Like, I just got back from Europe. They really make fun of me. Like, all they do, oh, you Americans, you're so fat. Like, hey, yeah, we're doing great. Why is that a bad thing, how fat we are? I think it's cool. It's like impressive. More people die in America of obesity and starvation. We're like, hey, we did it. How cool are we? We're dying from eating food. We go up to heaven, some guys are gonna starve to death. What happened to you? We're like, back. Yeah, the McRib is back. What do you want? You go, how'd you lose your foot? Frostbite?
Yeah, there it is, boy. Ooh.
Yeah, we're back. One of my friends, he only eats grass-fed beef. You realize how crazy that is? That means he gets to pick what he eats. That's pretty good. And here's the weird thing. Cows eat grass. That's when we mess with our food. When something eats what it's supposed to, we brag about it. That's like saying, hey, no, my 4-year-old is sober. Get the hell out of here!
I'm back.
Oh, they're the heroes. Yeah, we're fat. All my friends are fat, mostly. My family's fat. I grew up pretty fat. I try not to make fun of fat people unless they make fun of me. That's when I let it go. Like, all my fat friends give me shit. All my fat friends tell me I have skinny
You bubble maniac.
I
don't know how long you're going to be on Silver, but I'll try to wait for some. Like, one or two more people get in, but if you're ready now, Silver, we go ahead and do a,
You need an intervention.
wow. Because I like those. Ain't nothing wrong with bubbles and boys. Ain't nothing wrong with bubbles.
You so lucky your kids like saying you're so lucky you don't have kids. No, I have food. It's like, whatever, it's easy being skinny. Well, not really, you could do it. Yeah. I read an article about obesity.
Yeah, I'm ready. LOL, the minute I hopped in your turn, you cancelled it.
Oh, they did?
I don't care about your candy intake. I'm worried about your candy output. Priorities, people. You know the cupcakes you want. Just don't kind of look at me. Pedophilia, huh? Any pedophiles here? I mean, statistically, it's got to be 2, right? But hey, we're all adults here. You guys ever down your knees and hang out on
Look at that.
They didn't choose that. Hey, we're extremely lucky. We should be grateful. See how close we all were. I was in 3rd grade. I was attracted to 3rd grade girls. Now I like those. I was in 3rd grade. I like Rifti. Now I like red wine. But I still like Rifti. Holy hell, that was close. Thank God my brain just knew the right way to go. Woo! I just watched a documentary on pedophilia with my friend. My friend goes, ooh, I could never have sex with a kid. They're so annoying. I was like, that's it, huh? That's the thing that's holding you back. You need a better reason than that, right, buddy? It's like, hey, what happened to Greg? He went to prison. Why? He met a really cool kid. That checks out. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna get out of New York. That's it. The West Village of Manhattan. The gay pride parade I put in my house. I like a gay area. You guys are the best. Progressive, non-violent. You never meet any violent gay guys. There's no gay gangs. That would just be in
What's up? What's up, buddy?
Any gay guys here tonight?
What's up, buddy?
Alright. Thanks for coming out. Big fan. One of my best friends is gay. He's obsessed with straight guys. That's like his thing, you know? He's like, I love flipping the hetero. He's like, you know how hard that is? You know how hard it is to go out every night, see a bunch of people you want to have sex, people don't want to have sex. Yeah, exactly what it's like being a straight guy. What the hell are you talking about? I would argue it's just hard to sleep with a woman as you do with a hetero. He's like, nah, you have no idea. You gotta take him out for hours. Yeah, stay here. He's like, nah, even if you do fall off, which is like a miracle, they feel horrible after. Yeah, same thing. We went back and forth for hours, talking about this all night, back and forth. Eventually, I woke up at his place. I went to the gay pride parade last year. Had a good time, met a lot of characters out there. Met a gay guy there, hated straight guys. I never heard of it. The hetero. I didn't know that was a thing. He's like, yeah, screw straight people. You guys are the worst. Listen, come on, man. We gotta get along. Throw that up. Don't bite the hand that breathes. And I just asked you, gay, sir, is that the worst gaydar? I can't tell you. One of my friends told me, my buddy's gaydar, one buddy's like, oh, yeah. Well, that's not the first thing. I don't know, you want to impress me with your gaydar? Start pointing out gay babies. Now that's impressive, right? You see that kid breastfeeding over there between you and me? That's a hell of a gay baby. How we going? You're lesbians? Are you lesbians in the house? Hey! Wow. Yes, I love your website. I feel like lesbians are underrepresented. I've traveled the country with comedy. I would see fun gay bars in every city. There's fun names like the manhole or the back door. Where's all the fun lesbian bars? Where's like the dugout or scissors? Also, you always see a group of girls with one gay guy in it. You never see a group of guys with one lesbian. I love a lesbian in my group. Gay guys very helpful to help those with the hair, their outfit. I love a lesbian help me out with stuff. They're like, ah, we starve them. I got it. Yeah, you flooded it, you pussy. Thanks, Debbie. Thank you, Rachel. So you guys are cool, you know, it's weird out there. I got yellow show Rifti. This guy goes, hey buddy, that's a trigger word. Whoa. Easy there, big fella. And look, you know, if you get upset or offended, that's cool. I'm not one of those guys. You're allowed to be offended. Cool, but if you are, just you're not a hero, you're just running a show. Just be offended. Just let them go through you. Just be like, right? Yeah, don't care. Just be it. Yeah. We all have thoughts, but I want to see my girlfriend just hold it in. That kind of shows us who we have. We've got to focus on words. 70s is all about action. You know you're brave. 70s didn't jump over 12 buses on a motorcycle. Now I see a guy making off-color joke at the office. I'm like, that guy's fearless. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. People take things so seriously. I guess they gotta show you their personalities, like yelling at you, like probably. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's the best thing worth for Nordic. Abortion surgery. That woman approached me. We made it very good. I've had an abortion. She tell jokes like, well, hey, sorry, I told a joke. I think we did it. But, you know, either way, I'll see you at home later, honey. And again, all jokes. I love abortion. I made it through last week. I'm a fan, right? Yeah, you remember? It's all jokes. A friend of mine, she works at Planned Parenthood. She loves that joke. Yeah, I might be good. No, you gotta keep it up. Yeah, no, you gotta keep it up. I'm like, don't tell me to do with my body at work. She's like, every joke. I don't want to upset anybody, you know? Ah, jeez. I don't want to upset. That's not my intent. I was at Starbucks recently. I got my coffee on. Hey, thanks, Chief. Don't say Chief. Like, how is that offensive? He goes, whoa. Don't say hi. How'd we get here? Weird time. Taking words away, you know, I get it. Words people. But here's the thing. It's kind of like a weird word for a while. I feel like every now and then, all the little things right now. Or we all go through horrible stuff and nobody looks at it. You got no hate in your heart. You don't want to hurt anybody. You can't say there. Bang on a big steel door. The guy's like, what's the password? Retarded. Yeah! Alright. It's like the 90s again. Because offensive words, they're like alcohol. Sure, you can abuse it. Sure, you can hurt people. If you do it responsibly, it's a good time. Yeah? Just don't do it at work. Don't do it around kids. We'll go home, close the door, take the edge off. I don't say little people. That's like breaking the rules. But of course, I get it. I just, you know, I find it funny. I get it. But here's the problem. Forget this. No one's going to be correct up here. We're all animals. We're all trying to run the inside game. We're all doing the same. All PC in their brain. The cookie falling talks. You've seen that. Like, no one sees a hot girl bend over and thinks, well, that's an independent woman. Let's treat her equally. Now we're sick, men and women. We're gross.
Get you eventually.
Well, look where it's all gotten us. Doesn't it feel like the whole
My child, she just thinks
protest, hate. Weird, you're allowed to be hateful in America as long as you're not specific. Isn't that weird? If you're like, I hate Mexican people, everybody's like, oh my god, what a bigot. But if you're like, I hate people, everybody's like,
You made him work for it, LOL.
I had one of those white lives matter rallies at my house the other day. I freaked out, then I realized, it's just a half marathon. That was close. I don't know, just be a good person. What about that? Just be nice to people, you know? Yeah.
There's those people.
Like, a lot.
I am that story. It's the killer killers, Captain MB, anti-personnel control. And I'm out of your control. I just do what I know. Do it better than anyone I know. Then my body can't speak for me. I see where puzzle pieces fit and got the air of royalty. From a warrior bloodline, strong as identity. Underground survivor, know how to stay alive. Murder of a legend, back to the throne with no hesitation. Hit cuts and keep moving. Draw no attention while I work up front in the background, never wanna back down. Move up and keep using, he got like power to be better than me, better than me, better than me. I care for that, and me and Will squad with the back in the way that I mix with a whole lot of blood. And that's what it takes to save lives, take lives. Simply right
I make it on night, so I'll probably have to just do another day, man. Right. Yeah. Do it early or something. I know you got work tomorrow, don't you? You wanna do it or you wanna stay in America? Or I mean, you gotta do you. I'm just asking probably. Okay, let's switch it up. Nobody will be on here tonight. Gonna switch screens, guys. Catch you guys in like 45 seconds. Peace. I'm about to a party soon.